right, so let's get started. I'm Andy Hickel, and I'm here with Dean Fulser. We're from the Azure Cognitive Services team, and we're about to introduce you to, or invite you to the private preview of Project Anomaly Finder. So let's talk AI. And I think, for us in cognitive services, we do a lot of this, and if you've been on the floor at any time today, you've seen a lot of it. But I'm not talking about this kind of AI. I know we're contractually obligated to be able to put glowing brains in every presentation about AI. No, I'm talking about AI that matters here, on the manufacturing floor, on the shop floor, or matters here in your software development environment, or in your log processing facilities. And Microsoft, we're really proud of the fact that we have a number of different AI products that can help you make sense of your data. And we ain't just whistling Dixie. When we talk about breakthroughs and achieving the state of the art, we're able to do that in many different disciplines, whether that's machine translation, or speech recognition, or even natural language processing and natural language understanding. And Dean and I are proud to work on a project portfolio called the Cognitive Services, which actually brings that state-of-the-art breakthroughs in AI and brings that directly to every developer. And so you can actually use the same best-in-class AI that Microsoft's built over the last 25 years and use it via API or other kinds of ways that we're deploying that we're going to be talking about soon, and actually use the exact same AI that we use internally. But the challenge here is that, one of the things that you'll be seeing going forward is not looking at AI that derives value or insight from noisy channel or different kinds of data. You're actually going to be expecting your AI to help you make decisions. And this is going to be an evolution that you see in terms of cognitive services. You'll see this across many of the different cloud providers. And the idea is that, where data and insight provide you with pennies, decisions are going to help you make, AI mitigated or AI sponsored decisions are going to help you drive the kind of business factor decisions that you need to be able to make real money. And so one of the ones that we're really excited about is anomaly detection. And so at a high level, anomaly detection is the recognition of unusual patterns in data that don't conform to what we'd expect. And there's tons of applications, right? Everything from credit card fraud or insurance fraud to intrusion detection or fault recognition, regression monitoring or log processing and bugs, performance optimization in an IoT context or manufacturing context, and even things like ad performance tracking. And this exact code is actually used all over Microsoft. So we are proud to report that we've had more than 100 different teams use this service over the last 2 years. And so you know that this, when we talk about inviting you to a private preview, this is a battle-tested service. And in Microsoft, we use it from everything from trying to figure out KPIs for Bing ads, to be able to figure out flighting in terms of our software releases, and to be able to understand drift in terms of our spam detection. And so we're excited to bring this product to market for 3 reasons. We really believe that current approaches to anomaly detection aren't necessarily giving you the full picture. And so we believe that systems should be able to recognize different kinds of anomalies, whether that's a single point in isolation, right? So if somebody takes my corporate Amex and buys a Maserati, I want to be notified about that as soon as possible. Whether that's something in context. So if I'm always buying lunch at my corporate cafeteria Monday through Friday, and somebody sees, somebody take that same credit card and buy dinner on a Saturday, they should be able to understand that that's abnormal enough that I should be alerted. And actually looking at things in context or dependency between variables. So it's okay for me to buy a wedding dress and buy some fishing gear at the same store. I think there's a place down out here on the drive that you can actually do that. But for me, that might be something that's relatively weird to do at the same time. And to know that enough about the domain of wedding dresses and fishing gear that buying those at the same time is anomalous is something your system should be able to expect to do. And furthermore, understanding what's normal is hard, even for the best data scientists. So systems should be able to learn for what's normal for your business on their own. And finally, and most importantly, given the power of Azure, systems should be able to use all of your data and still provide results in real time. All too often I hear customers come to me and say, well, in order to get the kind of performance that we needed to be able to do alerting, I only had to use 10% of my data or less. And we don't think that's a trade-off you should have to make, especially given the power of the Azure. Before I turn it over to Dean, I'll kind of close here by talking a little bit about why you shouldn't expect the state of the art to be good enough. There's lots of systems out there. There's rule-based approaches that require you to learn grammars or be able to maintain complex systems. there's lots of naive Bayes or kind of unsupervised regression-based approaches that have to be configured manually and require you to be able to threshold it and tell you what's normal, what's not normal. Clustering is the same way, right? They often miss underlying generalizations or dependencies between variables. And yeah, supervised learning is the new hotness, and neural networks are taking the world by storm, but they require access to massive amounts of labeled training data. And so if there was a solution that wasn't brittle, that used multiple algorithms to be able to figure out different kinds of dependencies, and didn't require massive amounts of training data, that's something that we should investigate, and that's exactly what we've got.
So thank you, Andy. Today we are introducing Project Anomaly Finder. We have had this cognitive service API available in our labs since Microsoft Build back in May, and today we are bringing that in private preview to Azure. So it recognizes, as Andy said, anomalies in a time series of data using multiple algorithms, and I'll talk about that in a little bit and show you a demo here. State-of-the-art performance on common anomaly tasks. So it is one of our pre-built AI services that will make it easy for you to get up and running and detect anomalies in your time series of data. This service is used very widely throughout Microsoft by many of our internal teams, and we're happy today to start making that available to you in private preview. So some of the benefits that Anomaly Finder as a cognitive service brings to you: it's easy to set up and configure. You don't need to really do a lot with your data. It will automatically ingest a time series of data and send that through as a single API. It has a powerful inference engine, and it applies anomaly detections across your time series of data using multiple different algorithms to come up with a model that best fits your data. It's not a single size model fits all. It is self-training and offers customization capabilities where you'll be able to tune the sensitivity so that maybe you want a very tight detection on the anomaly, or you can be a little looser, and I'll show a couple examples of that as well. It scales to large volumes of data, and because this is an Azure cognitive service, it's on the cloud, you can get real-time feedback on your anomalies so that you can quickly be alerted to anomalies in your data. So as we get into the demo here, I want to give you just a little bit of a service architecture overview on what this looks like. So on the left side is the data ingestion. As you're giving it a time series set of data, it will read in and then come into the model selection. And this is where Anomaly Finder really adds value here, in that it is, again, applying multiple different algorithms for anomaly detection to your data and finding the model that best fits as it sets up the alert and then comes out to your output on the alerts. So let's go ahead and jump into a demo and see what this actually looks like. So this is a Jupyter notebook that will...
It's not displaying it.
Oh. This is a Jupyter notebook that will demonstrate how Project Anomaly Finder works. And what we see here at the top are just a couple of cells that are setting up some prerequisites and some components that will allow us to plot the data. As we scroll down, after we load some of the other modules, we set up the API endpoint with a key and point it to our sample data. The data, again, is a simple time series of data with values. So let's go ahead and run through this and see what that looks like. So as we're running through and setting up the prerequisites, let me scroll up to the top. So it's going to run through the notebook, install the components that will allow us to visualize the data. Now it's going to set up my endpoint and then read the data in. So on our first set, This is an example of hourly anomaly detection. And you can see that this was set up for demonstration purposes. There's a couple of very distinctive anomalies in the data set. But on this tight sensitivity, so this is with a sensitivity setting of 95, you can see that it also detected some anomalies here. What this is showing is an upper and lower bound of expected values based on the time series of data that I set up and read in through the API. This might be a little too tight of a detection for me. I don't want it to pick up all those other points. So as I continue to run through the examples, let's lower that sensitivity a little bit. So at a 90% sensitivity, it's still picking up some of those data points that are not really that far outside of the norm for me. So I'm going to have another example in here where it runs through an 80% sensitivity. And you can see now that it's really just picking up on those very anomalous data points. So Anomaly Finder allows you to tune the sensitivity to fit your needs. Another example here. This is now a daily set of data. So it's fewer data points. With Anomaly Finder, you can have as few as 12 data points to detect anomalies. And in this case, this is a daily anomaly detection. Again, you see that light shaded area, that's the upper and lower bounds of expected values. There's a dotted line that actually shows the expected value, again with an upper and lower bound. If I run this again with a lower sensitivity, so you see that there's fewer anomalous detections there because they're now within that bounds of the expected values as I lower that sensitivity. And then one final run. So here, no anomalies detected. As I lower that sensitivity and the upper and lower bounds expand, that data is all within bounds and no anomalies are detected. I have another data set here just to show you that this was not tuned just for the demo. Let's take a real life example. Let's say you're a company that may have put out a kind of controversial marketing campaign. You want to know, hey, did it have an effect? This is a data that now looks at the stock value of a company that may have put out a controversial marketing campaign and the market reacted. You can see on this data set here, it's very periodic, so there's a series of periods, but only one data point really was detected as anomalous. There's one early as well, which is just a data ingestion error. So I had a data set in there that was purposely not correct to show that that would also be detected.
And did it correlate to a real-world event?
It did correlate to a real-world event. This was a real company that may have put out a controversial marketing campaign that the public may have reacted negatively to.
And we may or may not have done that this morning while sitting waiting for this presentation. It's going to show you real data. And the neat thing about it is when we built this model, all we had to know is where the data came from. We didn't have to worry about understanding there were weekends, right? The periodicity in that data looks, their stock prices aren't reported on Saturdays and Sundays in the NASDAQ. And so we didn't have to worry about that and teach the system of that. We didn't have to try to pick amongst 7 different anomaly detection algorithms to be able to make it work. We just actually fed the time series data in the appropriate format to the endpoint, the API endpoint, just like all the other cognitive services, and we were able to push it back and get the data in the notebook. Now, we've done a lot of trappings here for the demo here because this is in a Jupyter Notebook to make this visualizable. You can actually get this same notebook on the docs site today and be able to start working with your own endpoint. But the guts here is what Dean's going to show here is in terms of this is a cognitive service, just like any of the other cognitive services you know and love, and it has a well-documented endpoint. And if you can actually use a REST API, you can actually use state-of-the-art anomaly detection that we use at Microsoft.
Okay, so back to the architecture slide, again, just to show the multiple algorithms that Anomaly Finder is going through, the different algorithms to really fine-tune to the best model that fits your data as it detects those anomalies. So with Azure Cognitive Services, we've been around for about 4 years now. Early on, we were in kind of that crawl phase. As we gained some early adopters, we started to walk. Today, we're really running with cognitive services. To date, we've had over 1.2 million developers try cognitive services. We have 90% of our services that are now in generally available or full production release quality, and we're continuing to add to that. We will be fully compliant in terms of certification, so ISA, HIPAA, FedRAMP, SOC, and HITRUST certification by the end of this year, and we are fully GDPR compliant. So for today, again, we were introducing Anomaly Finder as a Microsoft Azure Cognitive Service. It is available in private preview. The best way to get that is to join the Azure Advisors program and ask for Anomaly Finder. We have an early version of this available in our Cognitive Services labs. And with that, I think...
That's it. Thank you so much for your time. I think we have a few minutes for questions, but this is easy to, this is a hard problem that's easy to get started with. Call the Cognitive Services. Thanks so much.